Welcome to
Go.
Finance Burrito, a weekly postcard presented by Finance and Investment Cell of Shahid Bhagat Singh Evening College. I am Anmol Bahel, host for today's episode. For this session, we have Mr. Abhishek Seth. He is an investment banker and a financial consultant with more than 5 years of work experience in running services and managing large investment portfolios to successful investment banking, risk management, and other capital market assessments, and has over $10 million asset under advisory. Okay, so to begin with the first question,
Yeah.
as the concept of financial independence is not very conventional. So what does this mean? And explain in context of middle class income families.
So, first of all, thank you guys for having me. And just to answer your question, well, see, personally, I believe this is somewhere a myth that the financial independence has got something to do with the social status. Financial independence has got something to do if you are rich. Financial independence has something to do if you have large surplus of income. The only thing, the only thing is that this middle class thing, rich, poor, these are all relative concepts. These are not something in finance. These are all social kind of things which we have been listening and hearing for times. Financial independence has got nothing to do with if you are a middle class, if you are a lower class, or if you are a super rich class.
So what would be the ideology towards it?
I believe the right ideology should be something that as we are able to see and understand that all these are relative concepts. Let's think of financial independence as something, there could be many ideologies. People have different goals in life. I have worked very closely with really high net worth people and managing their portfolios, and all I can understand is log alag hai, koi galat nahi hai, bas log alag hai. So, to answer your question, there are people who think ki bhai, if I am able to retire by 40, that is independence. If I am able to pay off all my debts, that is independence. So there is no right ideology towards financial independence. It's you who makes your own goals and your own things.
So the life of financial behavior of businessmen and salaried people are too diverse from each other. One believes in investing and other believes in saving. Would the definition of financial independence be same for them?
Like I just said, financial independence is not really something which is which will be with you if you are a businessman, or if you are a professional. Financial independence would not be there. Like, just to answer a question, see, there are very few people, there are people like who have started investing and saving in their early ages, or aaj ki date mein they are salaried, but they are getting more incomes from various other sources than their own salary, because they are reaping the fruits that they sowed earlier. You're getting my point? Somebody
Okay,
who
so
started investing and saving at young ages, even though being a salaried, आज की डेट में उसकी उम्र 40 साल है, 2 लाख रुपए उसकी सैलरी है, and he is earning 3 lakh rupees of other income as rentals or as interest or as dividends. So businessmen and salaried, again, have not really not got much to do with financial independence. But yes, somewhere businessmen are aggressive. Businessmen are of the nature कि हमें risk लेना है या हम risk ले सकते हैं. But on some at some point of times, people who are salaried or people who are professionals or self-employed or not so big businessmen, they still feel कि नहीं यार, अभी risk लेंगे तो क्या करेंगे, भाई हमारे पास यही पैसा है, यही हमारी रिटायरमेंट सेविंग है, यही हमारी बच्चों की एजुकेशन की प्लानिंग है, और यही सब कुछ है. So yes, at some points businessmen and salaried people are different.
with reference to consumer expenditure and its changing pattern, how much money do we need to claim financial independence?
So if you are asking me for a number, that how much would that be number be? So let me give you an example. Numbers are infinite. मैं 100 करोड़ बोलूंगा आपको 200 लगेगा, मैं 500 करोड़ बोलूंगा आपको 5000 करोड़ लगेगा. And nothing is wrong with you or with me, but since these are just numbers and numbers are infinite, so there is no level कि भाई नहीं, आज 5 करोड़ हो जाएंगे या आज 500 करोड़ हो जाएंगे तो I'll be a financially independent guy. I know people who have a net worth of 500 crores, but still they're not independent. What makes you independent is the freedom to do what you want to do. What makes you independent is, okay, आज मुझे अपना ये प्रोजेक्ट छोड़ के हॉलिडे पे जाना है, अपनी फैमिली के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करना है. That is independence. There is no independence in earning huge sums of money or huge amount of money and calling yourself independent. Independent का क्या मतलब होता है यार? Independent का मतलब होता है कि जो मैं चाहता हूँ वो मैं वो कर सकता हूँ. I am not dependent on anything, and my finances are strong enough that I don't need to be dependent on something.
So the business environment is dynamic since it keep on changing due to inside factors, corporate culture, and outside factor like politics. It is
Mhm.
do outside factors impact an organization more than internal factors?
See, yeah, at some point of times, I have seen that outside factors do impact the organizations more than internal factors. Because what happens is, it's just like कि भाई मैं एक चीज को लेके चलता हूँ, whatever things that you do or anybody does is that जो भी आप investment कर रहे हो, there is a probability. Probability can be 99%, it can be 99.999%, but it cannot be 100%. Right. So there is always a chance, and there is always some things or some macro factors which are not under control. And that is where the concept of risk management lies. भाई आज अगर मैं एक इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहा हूँ, मेरे पास 100 में से 99% का चांस यही है कि मैं उसमें सक्सेसफुल हूंगा. बट मैं फिर भी यही सोचता हूँ कि अगर मैं उस 1% में आ गया तो मैं कहाँ पे स्टैंड करूंगा. What will be my situation? So that is the scenario analysis that one should do.
So can we become financially independent from that, or how can we reduce their impact?
So from outside factors, what I just answered is risk management is the only thing. Be diversified. Don't be dependent on some streams of income. I know you guys are students right now, and maybe you're doing some internships. Probably in the next couple of years, some of you may start their own business, some of you may do their own jobs and everything. But what I would say is do something which is additional, and that is the only thing. Bhai, I know a lot of people who were at a very good position before this COVID, but something like COVID came, nobody has thought of, nobody has studied about it. Uske baad, they were all saying, kya kare ab? There were so many commercial pilots who were earning so high paying jobs. एक दिन 23 मार्च का दिन आता है, मोदी जी टीवी पे आते हैं और कहते हैं कि भाइयों बहनों कल से आना मत, घर में रहना आपने. क्या करेगा वो पायलट? उसकी क्या गलती थी? उसकी स्किल में क्या गलती थी? But the only mistake he did, if he was, that was not being independent. That was being dependent on just his commercial pilot thing. He had there were let me give you an example. Let's say there were two pilots. एक पायलट था जो महीने के 5 लाख अर्न करता था, बट उसकी सारी अर्निंग आती थी उसकी सैलरी से या उसकी पायलट फी, पायलट फ्लाइंग, उनके फ्लाइंग आवर्स और उनके इंसेंटिव से. देयर वाज अ सेकंड पायलट जिसकी अर्निंग 3 लाख थी, बट वो 3 अलग जगहों से आती थी. 1 lakh was from a rent, 1 lakh was some dividends and interest, and 1 lakh was his fee. So just to answer your question, जो external factor ऐसे आ जाते हैं जिनका हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, तो the answer is diversification and risk management.
Sir, it is generally said that a good financial plan is the roadmap that shows us exactly how the choices we make today affect our future. Then, looking at the choices, how can we know if we are investing our money appropriately?
Okay, so that again, that depends on the goal. मैं किसी को कभी ये सजेस्ट नहीं करूंगा कि just go on saving, go on saving, go on investing. It depends about the goal. If Anmol says कि भाई I want to start with a line of independence and मुझे कुछ ऐसा करना है that a little early than the normal average generation, I'm able to have something of my own portfolio or my own investments, which make me independent of whatever business, job, profession I pursue. So at some point of time, I would say that the right steps would be the only thing which one can do is save as much as possible. If you think that you want to do something else आगे चल के, you don't want to lead that kind of a life that कि ठीक है paycheck to paycheck, but as such कोई other source नहीं, कोई other चीज नहीं. So if you want to ensure, start budgeting, start taking notes. एक शीट बनाओ या कोई भी एक ऐप शैप बनाओ. यार आजकल आप लोग ज्यादा जानते हो, कोई एक ऐप यूज करो, स्टार्ट बजटिंग योर एक्सपेंसेस, 3 महीने ये काम करना, उसके बाद ना उस शीट को लेके बैठना एंड जस्ट सी कि आपने क्या क्या एक्सपेंडिचर किया है. व्हेन यू विल सी कि भाई ये 2,000 रुपए की मैंने यहाँ पे क्यों एक्सपेंडिचर किया, दिस कुड बी समथिंग एल्स, आई कुड हैव सेव दैट मनी. Then you will realize that were you on the right track or on the not or not so right track. I'm not saying that cut your expenses and don't live for yourself and just save. That is a very not a very good sign. The best thing is about if you want to think about financial independence is you have to save, but you have to maintain the lifestyle also. It should not be that you're cutting down on your lifestyle things. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. You have to maintain your lifestyle and you have to save.
It is believed that poor people have to work their whole life in order to earn their living. On the other side, rich people can only live on their passive income. So my question to you is only people with high income can achieve financial independence?
चलो let me answer your question first, but let me just tell you something. ये WhatsApp वाला ज्ञान जो है ना, this should not be a question. Rather, what I mean by that is these are again all the myths that you're talking about. Poor people, rich people. Can't a rich guy become poor, or can't a poor guy become rich? Had that been the case, there are तो फिर तो दुनिया ऐसी चलती रहेगी, जो poor है वो poor होता रहेगा, जो rich है वो rich होता रहेगा. There are habits, there are routines, and there are principles which some people follow, and then they become rich. It's not about कि वो poor था तो वो ऐसा था, वो rich था तो वो ऐसा था. आप अगर I can really bet that if somebody follows the right principles, follows the right discipline, and genuinely follows the things which one should do in order to achieve financial independence, I don't care if his net worth is minus 5 crores or plus 5 crores, he'll be a rich guy.
Can one become financially independent based on cash flow in context of passive income?
Well, financial independence is about cash flow, and just to update a bit of the terminology, that is about the positive cash flow, not just cash flow. So it should be the positive cash flow, that you have assets more than liabilities, or minimal liabilities, or minimal debt. When I'm saying that, I don't mean only the complete debt. There are some point of debt are even good for a financial portfolio. So what I would say is कि somewhere cash flow and positive cash flow is required in order to become financial independence. And yes, these are the stepping stones of being financially independent.
Thank you, sir, for answering all our questions and giving us insight of financial independence. As we are approaching toward the end of the session, would you like to give a piece of advice to our audience?
So for your audience and for you guys also, I am not very senior to you guys. Let me be very honest. So I have been through your generation just 3-4 years, 4-5 years back. मैं आपसे सिर्फ और आपकी ऑडियंस से इतना ही कहूंगा. First of all, thank you for having me. It was such a lovely pleasure, and thank you team who have been on the support side, on the tech side. And my piece of advice would be, stop thinking financial independence as something that it will be achieved. ये होगा, वो होगा, ऐसा होता. इन्फोसिस का शेयर मैंने 1995 में लिया होता तो मैं यहाँ होता, ऐसा होता, ये इन्वेस्टमेंट तब करी होती. This all is crap. What you can do right now is the best thing to do. जो आपने पहले नहीं किया, that is gone. And since I believe आपकी ऑडियंस जो है आपकी एज ग्रुप के लोग होंगे, मैं सिर्फ एक छोटी सी ना टैगलाइन मारूंगा. ये भी मैंने कहीं से चुराई हुई है. आई एम नॉट क्लेमिंग दिस टैगलाइन, बट द थिंग इज, स्टार्ट अर्ली एंड सेव रेगुलरली. You can think about this line अलग से बैठ के. What I meant was, just start as early as possible and be as regular as possible. There is no rocket science in saving or investing or making a huge portfolio. Just start early and save regularly.
Thank you, sir.